Welcome to The Explainer, where we turn complex research into insights you can actually use. Today, we're going to talk about how to build a hybrid mind, a really powerful problem-solving team-up between human smarts and artificial intelligence. Let's just dive right in, because this quote from Jeff Bezos really nails the moment we're in. AI is moving way beyond just automating the simple stuff. It's now helping us tackle some of humanity's biggest, most tangled problems, everything from discovering new drugs to designing sustainable cities. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to explore this really cool new framework for problem solving. We'll kick things off with a human baseline, then we'll unpack 3 different ways you can partner with AI, and finally, we'll see what this whole new toolkit means for the future of innovation. All right, so first things first, let's get a handle on the baseline, how organizations have always solved problems, and more importantly, why that old way of doing things has some pretty serious limits. Every single time a company tries to innovate, doesn't matter if it's designing a new gadget or cooking up a new marketing plan, it's doing something researchers call organizational search. This is basically the starting point for any new idea. But as you're about to see, how we search makes all the difference. But here is the catch. As humans, we've got this built-in bias for what's called local search. We instinctively look for answers in the neighborhood of what we already know. Now, that's efficient, sure, but it can also trap us. It makes us miss out on much better, truly game-changing ideas that are just sitting there, right outside our comfort zone. And that dilemma brings us to our first hybrid model. This is where, instead of leading the search ourselves, we just let the AI take the wheel and completely run the exploration phase. Think of autonomous search like this. You're sending a drone to map an entire unexplored continent. The AI does all the hard work, the exploring, the mapping, the data crunching, and then it just comes back to you, the human judge, with a short list of the most amazing spots. Your only job is to pick the final destination. The process here is just beautifully simple. The AI goes out and explores a massive, unknown landscape of possibilities, way bigger than any human team could ever hope to cover. And then, the human just gets to pick the best spot from the AI's ranked list. It's all about using the machine's incredible power for exploration. A fantastic real-world example of this is General Motors. They were facing these really tough new carbon emission standards, so they set an AI loose to generate thousands of designs for a car part. And the result? Get this, a totally new design that was a whopping 40% lighter and 20% stronger than the original. That's a solution their engineers probably would have never stumbled upon on their own. So the difference is just night and day. Human-only search, well, it tends to keep us close to home, just tweaking things we already know. But autonomous search lets the AI blaze a trail to completely new territories, uncovering brand new solutions that are way beyond our usual line of sight. Okay, let's move on to our second model. Now here, the AI plays a different role. It's less of a pioneer and more of an expert guide, basically handing us the map before we start our journey. With sequential search, the AI is like your master map maker. It crunches huge amounts of data to draw a super detailed map of the problem, highlighting all the most promising places to explore. And then the human expert gets to take that map and conduct a much smarter, more focused search. The key thing to see here is the handoff. The AI doesn't find the final answer itself. What it does is give us an incredibly smart starting point. This makes the human search that comes after so much more focused and efficient, and it stops teams from wasting tons of time chasing dead ends. And this isn't just theory. This exact process happened during the frantic race for a COVID-19 treatment. An AI sifted through mountains of scientific literature and pinpointed the key biological pathways a drug needed to target. Armed with that critical insight, scientists were able to quickly and successfully repurpose an existing arthritis drug. It was a huge breakthrough. So this model is all about making our natural tendency for local search way more successful. By letting the AI draw the treasure map for us first, the human can find that local treasure way more effectively, without getting lost along the way. All right, finally, let's look at the most collaborative model of all, the one where the human and the machine are true partners, working side by side from the very beginning to the very end. Now, this is true collaboration. Interactive search is like a continuous conversation, a back-and-forth dialogue. It's all about blending that human intuition and expertise with the AI's raw data processing power at every single step of the way. What you end up with is this powerful, amazing feedback loop. The human's expertise actually trains the AI, and at the same time, the AI's analysis expands the human's thinking. It's a genuine partnership where both the person and the machine get smarter as they work together.
A struggling UK retailer is a perfect case study for this. Their creative team worked interactively with an AI to figure out what kind of advertising content was actually resonating with customers and driving sales. And together, they co-developed completely new ads that totally turned their sales figures around.
So this approach, it's really about creating something brand new from the best of both worlds. The human brings the context and the existing knowledge. The AI brings new patterns from the data, and together they create what are called recombinative solutions. These are novel mashups that neither one could have ever come up with on their own. Okay, so what does this all add up to? When we put all these pieces together, what does it mean? Well, it means we have a brand new and incredibly flexible toolkit for innovation. And this table here really pulls it all together. Let's just focus on that outcomes column for a second. The old human-only way, it gives us low scope, but decent depth. We dig deep in one tiny spot. Autonomous search flips that. It gives us massive scope, but not a lot of depth. A quick look at a huge area. But check out interactive search. It gives us the best of both, high scope and high depth. We get to explore a huge territory without sacrificing any of the detail. This chart just makes the benefit crystal clear. Just look at the search scope. See how limited the human-only search is? Both the autonomous and the interactive models just dramatically expand the territory we can cover. And this isn't just a small step up, it's a massive shift in the range of possible solutions we can even think about. So the real takeaway here isn't just, hey, AI is a powerful tool. It's that the way we choose to collaborate with it matters a lot. The real key to unlocking those game-changing solutions is to think less about the tech itself and more about picking the right hybrid process for the specific problem you need to solve.